Hey everybody, it's James here with the Sawyer Family Reviews channel. Today is Wednesday, November 27th, 2019, and this is your weekly comic book pickups video. Every week I pick up my kids at least one comic each. Oftentimes it's more than one. Sometimes I get some for myself as well, but I always pick up my comics at Queen City Comics in Fairfield, Ohio, zip code 45014. If you're in the area and into comics, go to that comic shop. And while you're at it, hit the toy department. All right, let's jump in. Gracie had no new books this week, but we've been watching some old Turtles here and there. So I thought I'm going to go back and grab one of these IDW Turtles Amazing Adventures books, which are based on the animated series in style and structure. These were $3.99 each when they first came out, and I think for the most part, you're going to find that almost all the back issues, except for maybe the first issue, are probably in that same price range still. Ian Flynn and Chad Thomas handle the duties on this, and as you can see, if you like the Nickelodeon Turtles cartoon, which is probably the best Turtles cartoon ever made, you will enjoy this book. Okay, next up is Fantastic Four Grand Design by Tom Scioli. I love X-Men Grand Design by Ed Piskor. I'm a fan of Tom Scioli art, or Tom Scioli, how do you ever say his name? I liked his GoBot stuff, even though I wasn't buying it for myself personally. I was buying it for my buddy Matt. I still could appreciate how much he put into each book. And so when I heard that he would be doing the Fantastic Four Grand Design, I was very excited. X-Men Grand Design was 3 two-part miniseries, 6 issues total, big, thick books, telling the whole story of X-Men from beginning until, like, the Jim Lee years, and treating it as if it was one cohesive story. That's the same thing with Fantastic Four Grand Design. It's being handled by Tom Scioli, whereas Ed Piskor handled the other one. This is a $5.99 book. It's made to look just like GoBots was, sort of an older paper, but look at how much he packs into every one of these pages. It's insane. This is a dense, dense book. Get a snack and take a drink with you, take a potty break, because you're going to be reading this for a bit. As you can see, I have 3 of them in my stack, and not one is for me, unfortunately. I gave both Blaze and Keaton this book, and they both really enjoyed it, so they both get it again, and the other one's for my buddy Matt. I'm going to probably pick up, hopefully they do a treasury edition of this, like they did for each of the X-Men Grand Designs, because I will buy that and put it with my X-Men Grand Designs. I have all the X-Men Grand Design single issues and all the treasury editions, but I think on Fantastic Four I'll be cool with having 2 copies in the house for the boys, and then the Treasury Edition for myself. All right, that's going to slide all over the place because there's 3 of those, so I'm going to kind of move this stack around. You go over there. Next up is New Mutants by Hickman and Rees, issue 2, $3.99. I liked the first issue of this. I enjoyed it. The New Mutants are heading off into space to get Cannonball. They hitch a ride with the Starjammers, and things go bad for them. They get kind of in trouble. Man, flipping through, there's like a lot of white pages there. This is the other book that Hickman is writing, Jonathan Hickman, who did the House of X, Dawn of X, that started this whole X-Men reboot thing. Here's your team: Carmel, Wolfsbane, Mondo, Cypher, Mirage, Sunspot, Chamber, and Magic. There's what the art looks like. I really like this guy's art, Rod Rees. Rice, I don't know how to say his name, but I like his art. I thought it was strange that Hickman chose this one as his other book. It didn't seem like a real flagship title. But, I liked the first one. I'm going to read the second one. That one will probably get at least 3 issues before I give up if it's not really, really grabbing me. But so far, I like it okay. Fallen Angels, I haven't read the first one yet. I'm a little behind. This is $3.99. This is one of 3 X books out this week. New Mutants, this one, and another one that we've got to get to still. I did not read the first one, so I'm not sure how this one's going to be. The art is interesting. It has sort of a gritty, dark feel to it. I'm ready to get to the creative team. Brian Hill and Simon Kodransky. Okay. Here's your team. Psylocke, X-23, Cable, Dazzler, and Mr. Sinister. And I believe this Psylocke is actually Revanche back in her original body. And the Psylocke, the Betsy Braddock, is already on Excalibur team as Captain Britain. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this book. I haven't read the first one. This one's obviously getting at least 2 because I haven't read the first one yet. This book is for Keaton. Venom issue 20. Absolute Carnage tie-in. $3.99. Absolute Carnage is over, I think, now, right? Is it over? Donnie Cates doing the writing, and then Coelho doing the art. This is Keaton's book, so I don't really know a lot that's going on. But I'm assuming this is tying into the end of Carnage. And I don't want to flip too far ahead. He digs this book. This is both for me and for Keaton. X-Force number 2. I really liked X-Force number 1. It was like the surprise hit of everything. Like, I was not expecting to like the first issue of X-Force as much as I did. It's sold out. Major stuff happened in the first issue of X-Force. It will probably spoil some of that stuff when I flip through this. So if you don't want spoilers from X-Force 1, you may not want to watch this part. Maybe skip ahead a couple minutes. I'll try to make sure I'm done within a couple minutes. Yeah, so something major happened in the first one. As we can see here, man, it's super windy outside. I'm trying to get your creative team going here. Benjamin Percy and Joshua Cassara doing this. It's $3.99. Wolverine seems to be in this a lot. This looks like it's more like it has a nice sort of dark mystery aspect about it. Ooh, some creepy stuff going on. Ooh, give me nightmares. All right. Yeah, so that's a winner for this week. That's me and Keaton. So as you can see, Keaton has 2 regular books and Fantastic Four Grand Design, and Blaze only has Fantastic Four Grand Design. That's because I got this for Blaze, and it was $10. Comic book creator, like you guys know, he's a big Goon fan. So this has got a big Eric Powell feature in there, which is the main reason I bought it. I mean, I'll probably dig some of the other stuff in this magazine, but this Eric Powell feature looked like a lot of fun. This interview, come on, there we go. Powell of Eric Powell. So it's got a bunch of his influences, early art, a nice long interview. Got some sketches and stuff. Oh, yeah. Yep. And then Steve Mannion. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's Steve Mannion. Okay. Yeah, so he'll dig on that. Okay, and last but not least, as I cough my brains out, X-Men Classic, the Complete Collection, Volume 2. This completes the Classic Collection volumes. This collects Classic X-Men 24 through 44, but not the whole issues, and material from Marvel Fanfare number 60. It's $39.99. So Classic X-Men, when they did these reprints back in the 80s, they started reprinting the classic Claremont run from the beginning. But he would put in, like, he'd change certain panels a little bit, and they would have these backup stories. So this collects all those little changes that were made and all the backup stories. So if you're buying, like, the Epic Collections or if you have the old Essentials, stuff like that, these are great companions because they kind of fill in some of the gaps in stories that when you go back and they reference stuff later on, some of the stuff that they reference is in these classic backup stories. So these are really cool, I think. And that is it for today. Not a super heavy day, but some really cool books. I think today's like a winter day. I'm really looking forward to reading Fantastic Four Grand Design. I'm going to borrow one of their copies and read it probably. X-Force I'm excited about. I haven't read the first Fallen Angels. I'm kind of excited about New Mutants. Really excited about this trade. A lot of good books today. Not a lot of having to guess and figure out what everybody would want. It was pretty clear, like, oh, this person's going to want this, this, this. So, what are you guys reading? Leave a comment down below. If you enjoy the videos, like, subscribe, notify. I don't know what's going on with Kappa, guys. I really have no idea what I'm going to do with the channel yet. I'm just going to ride things out until the end of December and then make my final decision. If I switch to Made for Kids, which is what I'm leaning towards, doing Made for Kids, just to protect myself from any kind of action against the FTC, because, you know, the kids are in a lot of my videos, and I think that they can deem that as kid attractive. Even though my videos have always been all ages and family friendly, that fact is going to work against me if they come after me. So I'm probably going to have to mark everything Made for Kids, which will get rid of comments on my videos, which is a bummer. It won't notify you guys anymore. You'll have to actually go to my channel if you want to see a new video. It'll get rid of the ability for me to do live streams. It's going to really hurt me as a creator here on YouTube, but I kind of have to protect myself against these crazy, stupid lawsuits. If you want to take action, you know, send the FTC. There's a lot of petitions on change.org and everything about changing this silly, silly law, but I can't take chances. So it may end up that I lose the ability to do live stream and you guys lose the ability to do comments. At that point, I would say follow me on Instagram at Action Features, or go to the facebook.com/Action Features to keep updated and to be able to interact still, because we'll probably lose any ability to interact anymore, which sucks. All right, sorry to end on a down note, guys. Enjoy your comics. Bye.